Are we ready to break down some Diaz BIFFLE? In my opinion, the best Warzone player of all time. His centering is on a level I've never seen before. Let's break it down. Sit back, relax, and let's see how this man plays rank play. In the top 250 lobbies, the guy's an absolute demon. Starting off here, he's going to kind of rotate around this bottom area. You see both of his teammates are dead right now. So off the break here, when your teammates are dead, you want to play your life as much as possible. The first thing I'm going to talk about is this first kill right here, okay? And this is called tracking the enemy, but more importantly, bullet drop. We always have to take into account bullet drop. So right now, as the enemy is moving to the left direction, what you have to remember is when you shoot, the bullet doesn't have hit scan. So what that means is if you shoot right in front like that, by the time he gets forward, your bullet's going to land. So I want you to really notice how he shoots here and look at his shots. You're going to see they start to go slightly above the, sorry, in front of the player. Especially with weapons with less bullet velocity, you're going to do a bit more of that. Because this isn't like long range, it's okay. But even right there, if we slow it down, do you notice that the way he's shooting is actually a second in front of the player? Such a small detail, but something that I think a lot of people miss is that right there. You could play the game and it's not necessarily going to be like, so let me back away and do that again. Let me go through that again. So right now we're watching BIFFLE play, and I think something that's super important to notice is when he's playing, the bullet drop that the weapons you have to consider, right? So right now as he's shooting, look at, if I pause it right now, he's shooting slightly above the player. Why? Because the way bullet drop works is when the bullet goes and shoots there, that player will be in that line. So sometimes you want to shoot just above the, in front of the player, and you're seeing it right now. He gets one, gets two, and gets a shot and ends up getting the kill there. Super, super important. Sorry, I had to change to my YouTube shorts. That's why I had to rewind that a little bit there. But good play, going to go through right now. If we look at the it's a play on the left here, going to go around once again, just going to loot up a little bit, and let's just play it out, man. Let's play out, see what he does and what we're working with. So right now he has a Cypher in hand with the nunchucks and I believe the pistol. Going to go around, he has a supply run as well. Supply run is just a really good way of kind of getting cash and just making sure we're keeping our cash flow up, especially in Warzone rank play. You want to always have cash for UAVs, for buyback, precision airstrikes, wherever it may be. Cash is always handy here. Okay, off the break here, look at his positioning. Going to go around here as he armors up, he sees the first guy, ends up killing him, and something he's doing a really good job of is isolating angles as well and just kind of playing smart, predicting the opponents and stuff like that. So even right here, I know he didn't get this kill, but look at this right now. You see as he shoots him, he thinks logically, okay? This opponent, as he goes up the stairs, he's probably thinking, oh, BIFFLE's going to chase me. BIFFLE's going to go like that and chase me. But BIFFLE understands that he's rotating upwards. So instead of chasing his shadow, he's like, how about I just go up, shoot the door, because when you shoot the door it opens, and if that player wasn't dead he would have been right there and BIFFLE gets a kill. So really small detail there. Goes through again, you see he goes across right there, and this is what is known as the one pump. Okay, so when you go across right here, I want you to focus on where the opponent is. You may not be able to see him on the YouTube short, but the opponent is right there. Okay, oh, you can see him. Cool. So right now look where BIFFLE's centering is. Centering is right there, the opponent is right there. If you think about it logically, if that opponent is looking at BIFFLE right now, if that opponent is looking at BIFFLE, by the time BIFFLE uses his aim and looks up, that opponent should, in theory, get him killed. Should kill BIFFLE. So instead, BIFFLE's going to one pump down. So he goes prone. And now, when he stands up like that, on BIFFLE's screen, we can see the opponent. The opponent is a second behind. When you pump up like this, when you camera them like this, on your screen, you see them first. On their screen, they don't see you. It's called a snaking. This is referred as snaking. So when you do this once, this is the one pump. So this right here, that one is a one pump. If you do it more than once, it's referred as snaking, okay? So when someone says, oh, he's snaking, that's what they mean. So once again, look, it goes through, look at that, one pump, gets his centering back. So now that he's pumped up, his centering is where it needs to be, but he realizes this isn't a gunfight I need to take. So he's actually gonna back away as he shoots him, repositions, armors up, and is able to get out. This is why you always see him play fairly safe, because he's kind of taking the gunfights he needs to take, not every single gunfight. And that you're seeing it right there. It's just a perfect example of taking gunfights that he needs to take in the scenario, okay? Gonna go through once again, see what we're working with, goes through, say, right, there's a couple of people on the right there, gonna use my smoke grenades. Again, smoke, a great tool to back away. And I think the biggest thing I'm noticing so far is he's just taking smart gunfights. He's not over committing to anything. And if anything, he's not over complicating it. He has the gun skill himself to win most of these gunfights, but he's not over complicating. He's backing away and taking smart fights. Okay, once again goes through, really good centering. And what do you see? Reposition. Your repositioning you're seeing is probably the most constant thing in his gameplay. Constantly repositioning, being annoying right there. Why is he pushing this? Why is he going for that? Look at the timer, there's 10 seconds left. He understands the value of this contract, $4,000. Look, his whole team's going to get that as well. So that's a $12,000 contract right there. It's actually worth going for. If he dies, So if he gets it and dies, that's 12k in the bank. It's definitely worth the trade. Good grenade there, going to put some pressure. He knows he's coming through the right hand side. Again, works on his centering. And it's just these little things, like I mentioned, it's the repositioning. Whenever he feels like, right now, look at the opponent. The opponent's on the right. He can see BIFFLE. Instead of BIFFLE snapping to the right, he's like, I'm out of it. I don't need to fight him. And he's always making sure he's in a good spot to control the gunfight. And playing like that, it just is so valuable that I think even if your gun skill isn't the level you want it to be, this is a good habit to work with, because when you get your gun skill, you're going to take over everyone, if that makes sense. Let me get some water, chat. Be 5 seconds. Okay, let's keep going. So now he's got UAV, standard stuff there, sees one, gets a kill. And I mean, bro, there's been no gunfight where he struggled with, because he's taken smart gunfights. He really has. Everything I'm watching from BIFFLE is just like smart. It really is. If I could put it down to one word, it's simple and smart. It doesn't seem like he's overcomplicating it. It doesn't seem like he's taking stupid gunfights. It really, really does seem simple and smart. And this is a top 250 lobby, you know, one of those ones. So he's playing very well. Goes across right there again. Good centering, just taking useful kills. Once he goes up the zip line right there, so first of all, great shots, okay? As soon as he's up there right there, BIFFLE's obviously not going to be able to finish the kill. So this is one of those where your equipment is very handy. And if you think about it logically, his teammates are up there. They're probably going to res him, so he's safe. So this is really a good kind of nade just to cook it. And if that kills him, that'll be elite. Let's see. Doesn't end up killing him there. I want to see how he plays this and what's going on. So right now, I think this was actually pretty poor. Pretty poor for BIFFLE standard, because he's such a good player. I consider him the best in the world. Right now, if you look where he is on the minimap, and we really focus on the minimap here, he actually has a team behind him facing him and a team on his left here. You never want to be in between two teams. Just as a rule of thumb, generally, you never want to be in between players, because you're getting shot from all angles. It's kind of just, it sounds obvious because it kind of is, you know, it kind of is, but you don't want to be in the middle. You don't want to be in the middle of two people. You're just going to get chalked. So he goes through, and now look, he backs away, and now he's in a pretty bad spot. But let's see how he recovers. This man is a walking supply run, bro. This guy's a walking supply run. It's actually hilarious. He's just always getting a supply run. I'm surprised why they didn't get any UAVs there. I'm very surprised, but okay. Let's play this out once again. Going to go through. Okay, cool. So he's going to go up the zip line here, and straight away goes behind cover. Going to go through again, just kind of like using his angles. And when I say his centering is elite, it's like right here, okay? If you look at the mini map, you can see, cool, there's one player just below us. He's around that door, so we know he's around there. But the way he centers is like he can see through walls. Like as he jumps up top, this is where your centering is super crucial. Okay, use your crosshair only. Okay, so look, he's jumping across. Look at that. His crosshair, he's already moving it where it needs to be. Now, when he sees him, he just aims in, and it's literally perfect. And it's just having that vision of centering is such a skill that you can learn, but he has almost mastered it. And I'm glazing this guy loads because he's fucking crazy, bro. Like, that centering is godlike, chat. Because now when you aim in, you're going to be basically there. You move it slightly left and you're on him. You do a bit of recoil control, and that's it. Look at that. Aims in, recoil control, done. Done, finished, goes through, cool. Now he gets one kill again. He's got the positioning, and let's see what he does, chat. He's going to get his secondary out. This guy's landing in. Again, same thing. He's just trying to shoot. Remember what I said earlier? So crucial, and this time it applies even further. So look at this, chat. He's not even shooting at the player. He's shooting nowhere near the player. He's shooting in front of the player. Why? Because of bullet drop. So many people I watch don't account for bullet drop. Look at that, chat. Look where he's aiming. It's not even on the player. It's ahead of the player. So if you're playing Warzone and you're look, especially as it's further distance, you need to take into account the bullet drop. If you guys don't, you're going to struggle because your shot's going to go behind the opponent, okay? Remember, hit scan's not a thing in this game. In certain weapons it is, but like this, as you're seeing, most of his shots are happening when he's aiming in front of the player. If we pause it right there, it doesn't even make sense. Why? Because he's shooting, and by the time his bullets travel, the opponent is there. So you're essentially shooting in front of where it needs to be to get easier kills. Make sure you account for bullet drop. It will help you so much. So much. Good shots. Always strafing. Why is he strafing? Because of aim assist, bro. He's standing on the tag list, chat. What you want to do is this. With your left stick, strafe left and right, maximize that aim assist. So with your left stick, you do this, okay? With your left stick, you want to move left and right. With your right stick, you want to move down and either left or right, depending on the recoil, okay? And look what happens. So look, he's moving left to right, with the right stick moving down, and you get perfect recoil control. It's as simple as that, chat. Now he's going to go through as he gets a kill. We see one more person right there. So let's see where he is. He's going to go up top there, and look at that. That guy's not moving. He's weak. Now that he's weak, BIFFLE's thinking, okay, cool. Basically, I'm going to go there. He's either going to be on the floor armoring up and I get a free kill, or he's going to try and challenge me and I'll win the gunfight because I have, you know, I'll win the gunfight. So he's going to use positioning. Now he's weak again. He takes a challenge. So right now, I didn't explain that properly, but this is what I meant. Right now, look, he makes him weak. Cool. So this opponent right now has two choices. He's either going to reposition that way or run away or hide there and armor up. So his choice one is to like armor up and like get away from the fight, or is to challenge the gunfight while being slightly weak. So if BIFFLE stands still, let's just say this is route 1 and route 2. If BIFFLE stands still right now, it doesn't move. If that opponent does route 1 and dips, BIFFLE will never get the kill. But if he does route 2, BIFFLE gets the kill. So what BIFFLE's going to do in any good player that you watch, what they're going to do is they're going to actually create an angle for themselves. Instead of standing here pre-aiming it, they're going to move right and pre-aim it from there, so that if the opponent is trying to run away, you can still catch them. And if they challenge you, you're still going to kill them. So you're not relying on them to make the choice. You're making the choice for them. So look, he closes the gap, he gets that kill. But let's just say that player runs away. All BIFFLE's going to do as he closes the gap is goes to this head glitch here, and he'll see that opponent running away. That's why if I rewind it, maybe say 10 seconds here, you're going to notice that when somebody is weak and when you shoot them, he's going to apply pressure. So look, he's weak. He's applying pressure, applying pressure, applying pressure. He's expecting the reach out. You see, look, he's right there. He's expecting the reach out. He's made him weak again. He's expecting the reach out. If he doesn't reach out, he chases him. So right here, look, he doesn't reach out. So he's chasing him, chasing him, chasing him, chasing him, gets him weak again. He does reach out, he gets the kill. So if they don't reach out, you chase them. If they reach out, you get the kill. You make sure you're putting the pressure on them so they have nowhere to go and you're controlling the gunfight. You see it all the time with the pros. It's nice and simple when they do it, and that's why. Okay, gonna go through, see him dies here. And these are good players he's going up against. He's just making them look like absolute bots right now. Movement, 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 movement. Right now, look how much movement. We're going to rewind this gunfight again, but look at the enemy and how much movement he does. I want you to just look at the enemy. How much movement does he do right now? Legit, like 2 steps right and then left. His box did not move. So in terms of BIFFLE centering, he barely has to adjust it. He doesn't really have to do much. He just moves a little bit left and right. He's going to hit way more bullets, okay? But if we actually look at BIFFLE's movement, it doesn't matter what you do. You just want to make sure you're harder to hit. So right now, look, he slides left. So that opponent's centering is now here. BIFFLE then moves right, goes prone, jumps, go left. So you're just making it slightly harder for the opponent to hit you. It's such a crucial technique, and it's just so small and obvious though. Like, add movement, make it harder, simple as. But people get so caught up in the gunfights, you know. See what happens there. Okay, so he's once again got the high ground. He's going to go through here. He sees about 3-4 people fighting here. They're on his right as well. How does he approach this? Let's find out. Same thing with the bullet drop we kind of mentioned briefly. Okay, see what he does here. So he goes through, he sees the first player. This guy's centering is pissing me off. It's so good. It's annoying me. So now if you look at the minimap, you can see, right, they're both above. This guy's going through. He's actually on the same level now. So as he slides across, look at this again, centering. Now, this is super important, okay? I want you to focus on his gunfight. Let's see what he does here, how he plays his gunfight. Then we can go through it. Okay. So this gunfight is quite a lot of layers to it. So the first thing he does is see this opponent right here. Notice how off the break, BIFFLE was just chasing him, chasing him, chasing him, chasing him. You can see he's looking at his minimap, because the second the opponent turns around and looks at BIFFLE, BIFFLE's approach to the gunfight is now different. Instead of chasing him, he's now going to open the door and realize, okay, cool, I'm not in the best spot. And this little mechanic that he did here is essentially trying to manipulate the cameraing to get the one pump and get the shot off, okay? So even though there's no cover here, he's standing against the wall. He's going to go prone. And instead of walking right, if he just strafes right now, let's just say he moves his body a little bit right, that opponent right there will just start to fry him. If BIFFLE slides out, the guy's going to fry him. So what BIFFLE's trying to do is one pump. Even though there's no cover, he's go down, one pump, and stand up, and hopefully camera the opponent, make him weak, and then chase him. So let's slow it down. So look, he does this. He goes for one pump. You see that? So now he's technically cambered him. So right now the opponent on his screen, if I pause it, probably can't see BIFFLE, which is so crazy. Now he sees him. But look at that. He shoots him and backs away, okay? So when you're going to try this risky approach, you always want to back away. Why do you want to back away? Look at BIFFLE's health. This is what I call controlling the gunfight. I always go through this triangle, okay? You want to try testing the waters, and when you get the health advantage, then you commit to the fight. But right now, he realizes, okay, I'm quite weak. I have the ability to back away. If he does this same fight, here, and doesn't back away, let's just say right there, let's say he commits to this fight and just commits right there, he's probably dead. But the fact that he backs away, he gives himself time to kind of regain and understand, right, this isn't really the fight I want to take. He's going to armor up, boom. Do you see how quick he pushes him? Why? Because he's looking at the minimap. The arrow has gone the other way. That guy's not confident. He's running away. Before armors up, goes. And now he knows he's here. He gets his sub out, and he's just going to slide cancel to camera him and then use some movement. So that guy kind of had a good spot, panics, backed away. BIFFLE uses that timing to get aggressive and get the kill. So it's all about the timing in those moments, okay? Going to go through once again, uses equipment. Same scenario. Let's see what happens in this actual fight. I mean, this is just beautiful play. He goes up these stairs right now, and this is once again, just look, he goes up there, right there. Right now, as he shoots him, look what he does. He could just go for the kill right now, but what does he do? He goes crouch and pops up again. Why? Because that one pump, again, he doesn't see. He gets the kill, backs away, immediately repositions. His teammate's in front of him. His teammate's now the bait because he has less armor, but they go together. He doesn't leave his teammate. He doesn't leave his teammate. Why? Because his teammate is tanking the bullets now, and he's going to help him. He knows that that extra damage is so crucial. They go through, they get the 2-piece, and then again, the team wipe. So not only are they getting the kills there, they are baiting and switching. And that's what the top players do as well. So they make sure they're always working at a fast pace, okay? This guy, he knows he's trapped there. So what does he? Use a grenade, bounce it off that wall right there. Hold the angle. Just hold the angle because he has to push you. Pre-fire it. Good stuff right there from BIFFLE. I would probably get aggressive here because I'm an idiot. He's going to hold it, be patient, and this is good. Good play from him, be patient. And this is, again, just such a small detail. I know so many people right now would be so impatient and they would just run at him. I just know it. But just being patient, that guy's tweaking himself. You have all the control. Get the kill nice and easy. Teammates getting self-res. Watch around. There's going to be one more person below. Gets the, his LC10 out. Going to jump right above this guy. And once again, uses the map. Goes through. He's behind him. He's going to finesse. And at this point, he's got a free kill. If he can get that kill. There you go. Great stuff. Gets a 2-piece. Perfect stuff. One more person's landing in. Uses his cover. It's just really simple. When you watch it, like, the best way I describe it, when I watch him play, it makes me feel like I could do the same thing. And sometimes when you watch someone so good, because they're not doing any fancy shit, they're just doing the simple shit, it makes you feel like you could do the same thing. But you just can't. Because it's the level of execution that is why he's the best. It's not about what he does, it's the level of execution. And it's just how simple he makes it look is more of a testament to his skill than anything. Once again, he knows that they're going to be around there. So when you're around here, you're like, right, bad spot. Why not just reposition? Don't be scared of the gas, right? We're good. Go into the gas for a second. So many people are scared of the gas. Go into the gas, not a problem. Go into the gas for a second, reposition. Now we have a lot more cover. He knows where they are, going to go through. He's just going to use his high ground now and, take the fight to the opponent. He's like, right, they're in the building. How about if I go push them from the top? His team actually pushes them again. He's going to be a bit more patient here. He's just going to wait for the over-aggression. And now that him and the opponent are both on top, they have a nice little high ground. Sees this other guy. He does love those grenades. He does love cooking those grenades there.
They're close. Alright. Going up the stairs, one shot. That other one down low. On the left. Keep left. Beavis. One shot on the left. Dead.
This guy's him. This guy's him. 20 kills. The guy's him, bro. The guy's him. 20 kills. 2 teams left there. 3v2. Gonna go across right now. And that's literally the game. Again, just another smart play. They know where they are. They got money. No fluff. Just, you know what? Let's get a precision out. Boom. Precision that. While they precision it, they're going to use their weapon to just make sure that if they're jumping out, they get the kill. And just like I mentioned, he does the same thing. Goes through. And that's going to be game. 21 kills. Just a really good job. Super good job. This guy, I think he is number 1 in my opinion in the world. He's just so good, bro. He's so good to watch. If you guys are trying to learn anything, he's S-tier, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know, do you guys like these type of breakdowns? Do you guys want to see more of these? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Peace.